All right, good afternoon. Mr. Jordan, good afternoon. What's our reset date, please?
February the 5th.
February 5th. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. My name is Judge Law, and we are going to begin with our first appearance calendar for misdemeanor cases. These are individuals who were recently arrested and booked at the Fulton County Jail. And soon after that, their cases have now been formally accused by the Solicitor General of Fulton County, who is the prosecutor. I'm going to be addressing each of your cases on a one-on-one basis. Please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say during this virtual proceeding, your statements can and will be used against you. Point one to remember is that these proceedings are being recorded and live streamed. And if you have any questions, please wait to ask your attorney privately. Each of you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. When I address your case, I will let you know what's your new accusation number, what are the charges brought against you, what's your next court date, who's your attorney, and also to set a bond. Who do we have first, Deputy?
Position 4, Ms. Galloway.
Okay. This is Timoni, I think, Galloway, accused of battery, family violence, case 26 CR 502B. Incident date appears to be January 23rd, 2026. Is there an Emmanuel McCrae on Zoom? Mr. McCrae, please unmute and start your video. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do y'all live in North Carolina?
No, we recently just moved here.
How recent is recent?
Within the last 4 to 5 months.
4 to 5 months. Okay, thank you. Pretrial officer is Miss. Okay, thank you. And who's our prosecutor? Is it Mr. Grogan? Oh,
It is.
all right. Yes.
It
Good
is.
afternoon, sir.
Good
And
afternoon.
what's the bond recommendation?
Oh, give me just 1 second. There it is.
Okay.
The bond recommendation from the state is a $3,000 surety bond for conditions to have no further violent contact with the victim in this case, stay away from the address. The victim in this case being Emmanuel McCrae.
Okay. And Mr. McCrae, do you still live at the Homewood Suites, or have they removed you from the property?
No, we still live there. And I didn't press any charges either, so I'm not sure.
I don't know what it is in North Carolina, but the victim doesn't press the charges. You are the alleged victim. It is the prosecutor. And if the prosecutor wishes to proceed, they can do so with or without you. Understood?
Um, what I don't understand is we were called trying to get mental help. And I don't understand how we got to that point.
It would be best for you to speak to the victim advocates if you don't understand why a warrant was issued for your wife's arrest. Okay, Ms. Melnick, I'm going to issue a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and she will need to report to pretrial on a level 1, so once a month.
Right.
This reporting requirement, Mr. Howard, will be for 12 months. And while she is released on a signature bond, she's to have no violent contact with Emmanuel McCrae. In other words, there cannot be any physical or verbal altercations with Mr. McCrae and their immediate family. And if the police get involved, she will be arrested again and brought back to jail. Also, within 30 days, she is to schedule and get herself a MH evaluation. She is to seek out a mental health provider and get an evaluation and submit to all treatment and medication that's prescribed. She is to report to pretrial once a month, and she will complete 8 anger awareness classes with pretrial. It would be best if pretrial gets an MH pretrial officer assigned to this case. Next court date is going to be sent to her current address. If she returns to the Homewood Suites, then that's the address, but she'll need to make sure she provides us to the correct address and the room number. Now, if she changes address, the first folks who should find out is the clerk's office of state court. If we are not informed of a change of address and she's summoned to court and she doesn't appear, her signature bond will be revoked and she'll be back in jail. And the next time she'll have to pay for her bond. Any questions, Mr. McCray?
No.
All right. Thank you. Next case.
Your Honor, very briefly, there's just one person I haven't spoken to, but we will handle it as we go through it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Position 12, Ms. Richards.
Brianna Richards is accused of simple battery from January 23rd of this year. Ms. Richards, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is going to be Ms. Cook?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Case number 26 CR 507E. Mr. Howard, any priors?
First.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Grogan, what's your recommendation?
The state's recommendation is a $2,000 signature bond and for her to stay away from the incident location, which is American Deli
Mhm.
at 2457 MLK Junior Drive.
The person was a staff member, right? If I'm,
Um,
oh, can't remember, really. I try to
Is
keep
that-
up.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
That is correct. The victim is LaShanta Cooper, who was at that location, yes.
Okay.
And-
Ms. Cook, I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. Grogan.
No, I was going to say to stay away from that location and to have no further contact with that victim.
Okay, LaShanta Cook, if you're on Zoom, this is the time to unmute and start your video. It was LaShanta Cook, right?
Correct.
Okay. Ms. Cook, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Richards, your bond is going to be 2,000. It's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services, level 1, which means that you must report to pretrial once a month. You will also be required to complete 4 anger awareness classes with pretrial services. At all times while this case is active, you are not to return to the American Deli at the Martin Luther King Jr. location, and you are to have no further contact with LaShanta Cook, as well as stay away from the staff who works at that restaurant. Your next court date will be sent to your current address. By next week, anytime, make sure that the clerk's office of this court has your correct mailing address. Thank you.
Position 18, Ms. Winfrey.
Tiana Winfrey has 2466, a misdemeanor charges stemming from a traffic incident from January 23rd of this year, case 26CR 512C. Ms. Winfrey, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Cook. Any priors?
4. She got on pretrial battery DV, simple battery DV. On probation out of Clayton County for a local ordinance. That's all.
Thank you.
You want the case number?
Yes, please. I didn't write it down. Sorry.
25 CR 004 141C.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Grogan, what's the recommendation for this case?
The recommendation from the state is a 7,000 signature bond. And yeah, $7,000 signature bond.
Okay. Ms. Cook, your client, if the state's agreeable, I will grant the signature bond. Unfortunately, her pretrial bond is going to be surrendered from her prior case, and I didn't write down the amount, but let me see what it was. It was a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial. So, Ms. Winfrey, for this new case, the state's agreeable to a signature bond, which means that you don't have to pay for your bond, but you're going to have to comply with certain conditions. First of all, no driving unless you have a valid driver's license, adequate insurance, and proper registration. If you don't have if you don't have all of these, you're not allowed to drive a vehicle. Second of all, in order to be released, you have to pay your bond in your older case, because if you're on a signature bond and you get arrested, your signature bond will be surrendered and converted to a surety bond. So in this particular case, it will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to the signature bond, but she wasn't charged with like a license violation. I believe it was like a tag.
Let's
Um,
see, let me
but
go
yes,
through.
proper insurance, we understand, but she does have a valid driver's license. So
And willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. And possession of an open alcohol container.
yes, and of course she denies the allegations at this point, but I just wanted to be
Understood.
clear that
That's
she does
why
have a
I
valid
guess this,
driver's
oh, I totally agree.
license.
Well,
Okay.
no, if she doesn't have insurance, she can't be driving.
She does have valid insurance as well. And had
But,
proof of that at the scene. The officers.
okay, like I said, she gets a $6,000 signature bond. No driving unless she has all these three: insurance, valid license, and proper registration. If she has all three, then she's set to go. She can drive in accordance with the rules of the road. But the case is further notice to February 5th because of the bond surrender in the older case. Thank you.
That's a level 1 judge.
Yes, sir.
I got position 3, Mr. Feltus.
And would Mr. Anthony Williams, excuse me. Oh, is this the one? No, sorry, wrong cross defendant. Sorry. Okay, wrong co-defendant. Joshua Feltus, middle name Emmanuel, is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property and simple battery family violence. Case 26 CR 501F. Mr. Feltus, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Miss Melnick. Any priors?
Third, on probation out of Clayton County, possession of marijuana. 2025 probation.
Okay. And is there a Shondette Watkins on Zoom? No? Okay. Mr. Grogan, what's the recommendation?
The recommendation. I'm sorry, did somebody try to join in?
No, you're good. You may
Okay.
proceed.
The recommendation of the state is a $3,000 surety bond and for him to stay away from the property address of 2370 Metropolitan Parkway and to have no further contact with the victim in this case, Ms. Shawnette Watkins Feltus. And just based on the nature of the crime and this being a family violence charge.
All right, thank you. Ms. Melnick?
Yes, Your Honor. My client, this is an altercation between mother and son, or an incident between mother and son. And we're obviously entering a plea of not guilty today. However, I did speak to him that he can go and stay with his father at a different location. I did say that there would be more than likely the court would rule that he would not be able to go back to his mother's house, but the father's house is a much better suitable situation in this case.
Okay. On the criminal trespass causing damage to property, that's going to be $1,500. On the simple battery, that's going to be $2,500. This is a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. Mr. Jordan, this will be a 12-month monitoring with pretrial services. He's to have no further contact with Shondette Watkins Feltus. He's to stay 200 yards away from her and not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. Even if she initiates contact, he's required to make sure he declines any contact. He's to stay away from her home, her place of work, or wherever she's physically located. He's allowed a one-time visit to the home where he used to stay with a police officer. That visit will be for 1 hour and for him to retrieve his belongings. After that, within 30 days, he must update the court with his new mailing address, which I presume is going to be his father's address.
Yes, Your Honor.
Within 30 days also of being released, he will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program. This is a series of 24 weeks of classes, and he will enroll and attend and complete all the classes at his expense.
Your
No
Honor.
illegal, yes?
I'm sorry. In this situation, this is a suggestion. Obviously, the court's not trying to overrule the court, but it might be a situation to have a mental health evaluation and recommended treatment.
Well, if that's the case, that's fine. Upon being, before he is released, he will have a social worker visit to determine whether MH evaluation is required. And if so, he will get one done within 30 days.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
then submit to all treatment and medication required. he will still be required to enroll in the domestic violence classes and complete all of them at his expense. That might go a long way towards resolving the case if things work out for him. Thank you. Next court date will be sent to his father's address, so it's important that he updates us with that address. Thank you.
Got position 5, Mr. Howard.
I'm sorry, is that Montavious Howard?
Yes, that's correct, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Howard's case is 26 CR 503C, accused of theft by shoplifting and criminal trespass. Case incident date appears to be January 22nd of this year. Mr. Howard, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Melnick. Mr. Howard, yes, sir. Go ahead.
No, what was you about to say?
I was just going to ask you, how many open probation cases does he have at the present time?
3.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Mr.
And then I
Grogan?
gotta add this though. He's out on pretrial for that 26 PI. So
Okay.
you need that case number?
Let me see if I got it down. No, I didn't. I just made a note of a felony hold. Go ahead. 26 PI.
Oh, 0000330.
Thank you. Mr. Grogan, what's the state's recommendation?
The state's recommendation is a $3,000 surety bond for him to stay away from the location, which is 844 Cleveland Avenue, and for him to, have no alcohol or drugs while he is out on bond.
Thank you. Ms. Melnick?
Yes, Your Honor. My client does work for a temp service. I did speak with him that he can stay with his family upon release. Funds are limited because he does work for a temp service. So any bond is almost akin to a no bond in his situation. So we would ask for what was recommended by pretrial UJR level 3.
On the theft by shoplifting, that's going to be a $500 cash bond. On the criminal trespass, that's going to be a $50 cash bond. That's a $550 cash bond. He's to stay away from all Walmart stores in the state of Georgia, including the one at 844 Cleveland Avenue. His 10% pretrial bond is going to be surrendered in his felony case due to this new arrest. And he most likely is going to have 3 probation holds as well. He's on active probation, 2 of which all involve theft by shoplifting. Thank you. Next court date, is going to be February 5th.
Position 6, Mr. Johnson.
John Solomon Johnson is accused of a misdemeanor battery that we are not going to sound out. So I'm going to waive sounding on count 1. And count 2 is terroristic threats and acts from November 21st, 2025 through November 27th, 2025. Mr. Johnson, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Melnick. Your accusation number is 26 CR 513J. Let me see. 1, 2. Okay. Yes, Mr. Howard, any priors?
6.
Okay.
I seen a battery. It's case number 25-0292. Open shoplifting obstruction 25 PI 008455. 2025 wearing hood mask and felony shoplifting, Clayton County. Another 2025 arrest for felony shoplifting and a 2025 misdemeanor theft by shoplifting.
Mr. Grogan?
The state's recommendation in this case, because this defendant has, last we were showing 5 open and pending cases, is a $15,000 surety bond. That would be $7,500 for each charge. And to have no further contact with the victim in this case, and not to return to any MARTA location.
Ms. Melnick?
Yes, Your Honor. I did speak with my client. He does have longstanding ties to the community. He does work at Popeyes, and he does live with his mother.
Okay. Is there a Stevie Jackson on Zoom who would like to be heard? Okay. On the count one, that's going to be a 7,500 surety bond. On count two is going to be a 2,500 surety bond. This is a $10,000 surety bond. No further contact with Stevie Jackson to stay away 200 yards away from all MARTA property, including the stations, the buses, the trains, the parking lots, and any amenities at each station. He's also to stay 200 yards away from the entire location known as Atlantic Station. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and next court date is February 5th. Thank you.
White. White. Position 16, Mr. White.
Gregory T. White is accused of criminal trespass and accusation number 26 CR 515J. Mr. White, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is going to be Ms. Cook. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
91. You got an open trespass, 26 CR 000118J.
Mhm.
On probation for 2 counts of theft by receiving. It's 19 SC 164505. I saw a few probation violations. 2018 trespass conviction, 2018 disorderly conduct conviction.
All right, thank you. Mr. Grogan? What's your
And I'm sorry, I showed 2 Whites. Are we talking about Ashley White or Gregory White?
Gregory White, position
Gregory White.
16.
Okay. Okay, the state's recommendation is a $4,000 surety bond and him to have no further contact with the victim in this case, and also to stay away from the location there, which is 398 Parkway Drive.
Ms. Cook?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. White is 60 years old. He's been in Georgia all his life. Highest level of education completed is 11th grade. Currently unemployed. It's my understanding he was recently in a bad car accident where he was hit by a motor vehicle. He's in need of services. He didn't have anywhere to go and was very tired at the time. Any amount of bond that you set in this case is the equivalent of no bond for him. So we will be asking the court, if not for a signature bond, then a reasonable bond in this matter.
Last time I set a bond was $5 and he made it. And he missed us and he's back. Mr. Gregory, your bond now is a $50 cash bond. And you have to stay away from 398 Parkway Drive, the entire apartment complex, including the leasing office and so forth. And no illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And your next court date is February 5th.
Position 7, Mr. Lowe.
Hassan Lowe is accused of criminal trespass and possession of drug-related objects from January 23rd of this year, case 26 CR 504A. Mr. Lowe, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is going to be Ms. Melnick. Any priors?
14. 2024 trespass obstruction. 2024 trespass possession of drug-related objects conviction. 2021 trespass obstruction conviction.
Okay. Mr. Grogan?
The state's recommendation is a $5,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drug, or weapons out, and to stay away from the incident location, which is 5655 Old National Highway. Also, as a condition of bond, for him to have an alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment that is recommended through that evaluation.
All right. Ms. Melnick, I'm just curious where he's been for the year 2025, but other than that, what's your response?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, he's from Lithonia, and actually before that, he was in Iowa, and he did get an associate's degree in biology. He went up there to study farming. Since he's been back, he has been in trouble, but we did discuss making better choices. But he does we are going to put it back on the straight and narrow, and we would ask the court to let him go back to Lithonia to live with his mother, and then but that's where he's been.
Okay. On the possession and use of a drug-related object, that's going to be $5. On the criminal trespass, that's going to be $100. And that's going to be 105 cash bond. To stay away from the Camelot condominiums, entire Camelot condominiums at 5655 Old National Highway in Atlanta, Georgia. Next court date is going to be February 5th. Thank you.
Position 8, Mr. Merrill.
Khalil Amir Marrow is accused of battery, criminal trespass, and cruelty in the third degree. This is a bind-over case from, I believe it was Union City Municipal Court. Bond was already preset at $2,285, but he's got a zero bond on the cruelty in the third degree. Incident date appears to be January 16th, 2026. Is there a, is it Yasmin Stevens on Zoom? No? Okay. Mr. Howard, any priors?
I'm not sure. I didn't see this on my pull sheet unless I
Okay.
skipped over it. But you say it's a bind over, right?
Right.
I didn't check that pull sheet.
All right. I do see a failure to appear from January 6th, 2025, and a failure to appear from July 1st, 2023. And these were on his Fulton County cases. Mr. Grogan, any recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. We're also showing a failure to appear in a 2019 case, a failure to appear in a 2022 case, both in Fulton County, along with the 2023 two failure to appears that we're showing on his cases. He also does have a conviction in 2021 for battery and 2023 for criminal trespass. The
Okay.
state's recommendation is a $6 surety bond for him to stay away from the incident location, which is 4430 Flat Shoals Road. And while he is out to enroll and take anger management courses, I believe that's all from the state.
Ms. Melnick?
Yes, Your Honor, I did speak with him. He does he can go and live with his mother at his mother and brother in the Atlanta area, and he is employed at Blake's Oyster Bar.
Okay. Are they on Zoom? No, they're not. Okay. Anything else, Ms. Melnick?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. On the cruelty in the third degree, it's going to be $1,000 surety bond. The battery is going to remain at a $2,000 surety bond, and the criminal trespass is going to remain at the $285 surety bond, which is a total of $3,285. No further contact with Yasmin. Mr. Grogan, I can't read my own writing, but I think it's Stevens.
Yes, Stevens. Mhm.
No further contact with Yasmin Stevens, no further contact with her minor child or children. The one I've got identified is W.R. Stevens.
Cor-
And if that's his child, then Mr. Marrow can file a legitimation case and get a court order for any kind of visitation and parenting. But until he files that case, he's to have no contact with the child or the children as well. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and his next court date is going to be February 5th. Please unmute. Mr. Marrow, you've been advised of your right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say can and will be used against you.
Okay.
Your Honor, he doesn't have anything to say.
I'm
I
just
agree with you, but
Yes.
me and
No, yeah, you don't have anything to say. I will come see you. Do not say anything, please.
I didn't start her as my attorney. I was asking for a signature bond because I just moved into the state.
okay, then let me just update you about the law. The law has changed, and then if an individual has at least one failure to appear on his record or her record in the last 5 years, they do not qualify for a signature bond. You,
Thank you.
sir, have multiple FTAs, which make it a high likelihood of your inability to return to court, hence a surety bond. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case.
Position 11, Mr. Mott. Don't have that one.
Tevin Denard Mott, excuse me, not Mott, Mott, M-O-T-T, is accused of theft by shoplifting and criminal trespass from January 23rd, 2026, and his accusation number is 26 CR 506B. Mr. Mott, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Melnick. Any priors?
34. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 4 open probation cases.
Mhm.
I got a 2024 shoplifting conviction, 2024 battery of a particular nature conviction, 2024 failure to appear, 2015, 2014 shoplifting convictions. Probation out of DeKalb and Fulton.
All right. Okay. Mr. Grogan?
State's recommendation is a $4,000 surety bond based on his history. He is a risk to reoffend.
And your recommendation, sir?
4,000 surety
4,000.
bond.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you. Ms. Melnick?
Yes, Your Honor. My client, he does have housing challenges, but he is from the Atlanta area. I know that he does have some priors, but he is indigent, extremely indigent, and any bond would be akin to a no bond in this situation.
Okay, yes, unfortunately, his FTA and fact that he just got released from Fulton County Jail on January 5th of this year and is back. Well, I hope it's no comment. Theft by shoplifting, that's going to be a $1,500 surety bond. The criminal trespass is $500. This is a $2,000 surety bond. To stay away from the Target store at 3535 Peachtree Road. And he's actually to stay away from all Target stores in Fulton County, Georgia. Next court date will be February 5th. Thank you.
Thank you. Position 13, Mr. Roberts.
Christopher Roberts is accused of simple battery against a police officer from January 23rd of this year. Case number 26CR 508H. Mr. Roberts, yes. You have been advised of your rights and your attorney is Ms. Cook. Any priors?
4, 2025 DUI,
Mm-hmm.
22 battery DV conviction, and 2022 suspended license.
Okay. Mr. Grogan?
State's recommendation is a $3,000 surety bond with no further contact with the officer in this case, and also no further violent contact with what led to the officer's presence, which is a dispute with his girlfriend, Miss Mianna Harris.
Is Miss Mianna Harris on Zoom? No. Okay. Ms. Cook?
Mr. Roberts is 27 years old. He's a high school graduate, been in Georgia all his life. From my understanding, Your Honor, he's currently actually employed with DeKalb County. We're asking the court at this particular time for a signature bond on these charges. I didn't hear any FTAs or history of not showing up for court. No issues with no contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Okay, thank you. On the simple battery against an officer, that's going to be a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. He will report to pretrial services twice a month. He's to have no further violent contact with Corporal Jonathan Jones, and he's to have no further contact with Mianna Harris. If Miss Harris wishes to have contact with him, she would need to contact the victim advocate's office to get this bond order amended. But in the meantime, he's under a court order to stay 200 yards away from her and not have any contact with her in any way, form, or manner. While he's on a pretrial bond, he will attend and complete 4 anger awareness classes, and his next court date will be sent to his current address. If he gets arrested again, if he doesn't comply with the conditions, or he doesn't report to pretrial, then the signature bond will be surrendered. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may, I'm not sure, the female you're referring to is not a alleged victim in the charge that he's charged with. He only has 1 charge of simple battery against a police officer. So we
I
would ask,
agree, but this appears to be an altercation also involving Mianna Harris. So that's why I asked whether she's here. So that's why I'm giving victim advocates and Miss Harris an opportunity to try to get this particular bond condition amended if she wishes to continue having contact with him. I need to hear from her.
okay, would they have reached out to her prior to today since she's not a named victim in the case?
I have no idea. All I know is the prosecutor was asking me to also make sure that he has no contact with her.
I believe he said no further violent contact with her.
Mr. Grogan, was that no further violent contact?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Oh,
No
I'm so
further
sorry.
violent contact.
Okay, I misheard then. It's my bad. No further violent contact with Mianna Harris. There we
Thank
go.
you.
In other words, Mr. Roberts, no future physical or verbal altercation with Miss Harris. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case.
Position 14, Mr. Ruiz.
Do we need an interpreter for that case?
No, he's good, Judge.
Okay. Case 26 CR 509D, Mr. Michael Ruiz, accused of simple battery and battery, both family violence charges from January 23rd of this year. Mr. Ruiz, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Ms. Cook. Any priors?
Second, 2025 simple battery DB. It was NOD.
Okay. Simple battery. Okay, I didn't see that, but was that in Fulton County?
Yeah, what did I do? Yeah, you got to click on the Jellins screen and it'll come up and
Oh,
then
I
it'll say
see.
not on docket over to the right.
Okay,
Because I didn't see it at first.
okay.
It's not in the cases tab. That's why it's in the Jellins.
I see. All right, thank you. Mr. Grogan?
The state's recommendation is a $4,000 surety bond while he is out to have no further contact with the victim and to stay away from the incident location, which is 1611 Greenhouse Court in Roswell.
Okay, I see what you mean. This was back on October 2nd, 2025. Okay. And I'm sorry, Mr. Grogan, what's the name of the current alleged victim?
I was just trying to decipher that.
According to the warrant,
I believe the
Carmen Ruiz,
victim,
Maria del Carmen Ruiz?
I believe the victim is his father, Hugo Ruiz.
This was on January 23rd, intentionally cause harm to Maria del Carmen Ruiz? And that was for the simple battery?
There are 2 charges, and I'm not sure which one is the named victim, but he was involved in the incident with Hugo and with Maria.
And the battery family violence is regarding a Hugo Ruiz. Are either one of them on Zoom? Maria and Hugo. Okay. Gosh, I wish they were both here. Okay, Ms. Cook?
Mr. Ruiz is 25 years old. He's been in Georgia all of his life. He's currently employed he does construction, builds wood fences. He's a high school graduate, graduated in 2018. I believe both the alleged victims are his parents, and he does want to have contact with his parents. He does live at the incident location. We did discuss that the court may issue a stay away. He did mention that he would possibly have a different address to go to. We are asking the court for a signature bond on these charges. I don't believe he's had any fatal appears in his history. Thank you.
So the prior case that was dismissed by or not pursued by the state also involved Hugo Ruiz at the same location. Okay. On the simple battery, that's going to be 1,500. On the battery family violence, that's 3,500. This is a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 3. No further contact with Maria Del Carmen Ruiz and no further contact with Hugo Ruiz. He's also to stay away from 1611 Greenhouse Drive in Roswell, Georgia. He's not allowed a one-time visit to that location. If he has personal belongings, a third party would need to go to that location with a police officer to retrieve his belongings. But he himself is not allowed back at that location. Within 30 days of being released, he will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program and attend and complete all 24 weeks of the classes. Within 10 days of being released, he will undergo an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit to any treatment or counseling if there is a substance abuse issue. No illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and no weapons and no firearms. You will report to pretrial and you'll be subject to a 12-month monitoring. Thank you. Oh, and update us with your new address within 30 days of being released. Next case, Deputy.
17, Mr. Williams.
And is ACDC present also?
Yes, they should be on, Judge.
Okay, because I think Mr. Williams is a co-defendant with position 2, Brandy Donaldson.
Yeah, and if I may, I don't believe ACDC is going to join us. They had two females. One was Miss Ashley White. She's a medical reset. The other one was Miss Brandy Donaldson, and I had actually spoken to her, but then I didn't have the paperwork to realize that she was the co-defendant for Mr. Williams. Miss McLeod, I believe, is representing her, and we have spoken regarding the case. Miss Donaldson did want to waive her presence, so I'm not sure if Miss McLeod is on here. But okay, there she is. So
Miss McLeod, is your client Brandy Donaldson?
Yes, Your Honor, and there is a waiver. I sent it. I sent her waiver of personal appearance.
All right, then I'll address both, please. Thank you. Position 2, we have Brandy Donaldson, whose presence has been waived. Case number 26CR 516E, accused of theft by shoplifting, simple battery, drugs not in the original container, and possession and use of drug-related object. And she's represented by Miss Maureen McLeod. We have Anthony Williams, whose case number is 26CR 000511E, accused of simple battery, giving false name, address, or birth date to a law enforcement officer, drugs not in an original container, and possession and use of drug-related object. Mr. Williams, you have the right to remain silent, and your attorney is Miss Tamisha Cook. Any priors on Miss Donaldson, Mr. Howard? Position 2?
14. She got an open theft by taking. It's 25 SC 005-526. On probation for theft by receiving. 25 SC 0000431. 2018 failure to appear. And she has a probation hold.
Is that a felony probation hold?
Yes. I want to say it is.
Okay, and what about Mr. Williams?
66. On probation, theft by taking, giving false name. It's 25 SC 005-526. On probation in Clayton County, possession of a Schedule 1, 2 counts. Theft by receiving. Possession of marijuana. Got an open case. Possession of marijuana, possession of a firearm by convicted felon. Possession of a knife or firearm during the commission, suspended license. Got another open case. Possession of meth, possession of cocaine. Another open case. Theft by shoplifting, this DeKalb County.
Okay,
Possession of a Schedule 1 or 2. Possession of a Schedule 2, obstruction.
that's good. Thank you. Mr. Grogan, what's your recommendation for Mr. Anthony Williams, position number 17?
The state's recommendation is an $8,000 surety bond for him to stay away from the incident location, which is 737 Ponce de Leon Avenue in Atlanta, which is Green's Discount, for him to not have any drugs, alcohol, or weapons while he is out on bond.
Okay, Ms. Cook?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Williams is 53 years old. He's been in Georgia all of his life. He has a GED. He has a total of 8 children, currently not employed, no history of mental health. Although he does have a lengthy criminal history, Your Honor, and has open cases, what I did not hear was any failure to appears. So we would be asking the court for a signature bond in this matter.
Okay.
And no, he has no issues with staying away from the incident location.
All right. Unfortunately, with his significant history and his multiple open cases, he doesn't qualify for a signature bond. The simple battery is going to be 2,000. Giving false information is going to be 1,000. Failure to keep drugs in an original container is 500. And possession of drug-related objects is 500. That's a $4,000 surety bond. Next court date is going to be February 5th. No further contact with co-defendant Brandy Donaldson to stay away from the location known as the Greens Discount Store at 737 Ponce de Leon Avenue. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no firearms. Thank you. And Mr. Grogan, what's your recommendation for Brandy Donaldson?
Your Honor, our recommendation is the same, an $8,000 surety bond for Ms. Donaldson to stay away from 737 Ponce de Leon Avenue, which is Green's Discount. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond, and have no contact with the co-defendant.
Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor. I am asking for a signature bond for my client. She is 56 years old, Your Honor. She is currently quite ill. That's one of the reasons why her appearance has been waived. She is sick. She works, Your Honor, but she only makes $300 a month. So she's not in a position to pay for a bond. I did not hear any FDAs, except there was one, I believe, some time ago in 2018. That is what I heard from pretrial. So I'm asking the court to consider a signature bond for her, because otherwise she will not be able to get out of jail. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Count 1 is going to be 750. Count 2 is going to be 750. The other 2 counts are going to be 500 each. This is going to be a 2,500 surety bond. Stay away from the Greens Discount Store. No contact with co-defendant Anthony Williams, and no illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. Thank you. Next
Thank you, Your
date
Honor.
is February 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, Ms. McLeod, you be safe this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you, Your Honor.
Next
Judge,
date.
Judge, I have a Derek Young. He's not on the calendar, but he was on our pull sheet.
What's his booking number?
260-1391.
139?
Yeah, 260-1391.
Okay. Does the state have an accusation drawn on this case?
We do, Your Honor. I can give you a case number.
Okay.
It is 25 CR 000-492 Y as in Yankee.
Okay, give me a moment to pull it up.
He was on yesterday's calendar, Judge. He received the bond yesterday. Unless he has some new charges.
Let's see. What was his bond from yesterday?
2,000 surety.
492Y. I'm sorry, this is 26 CR, right?
Oh, is it? Okay, that would make more
Zero
sense.
zero zero 492Y. All right, this is State versus Derek Young. Mr. Young, first remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, and your attorney still continues to be Tamisha Cook, and he received a $4,000 surety bond yesterday. Count 1 was a PI charge, count 2 was criminal trespass, and to stay away from all Marta property, to comply with the permanent ban, and to have a BH evaluation by a social worker. I don't see additional charges. So Deputy, there are no additional charges. He received a bond and his next court date is, I'm assuming, February 5th. The same that he got. Deputy in courtroom 2, do you see anything new against him?
No, I don't see anything new, Judge.
Yeah, so he's going to be rescheduled to February 5th on this particular case. He's already got a bond.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's all the bodies I have in courtroom 2.
Okay. Mr. Young, did you need to speak to your attorney?
Yes.
Okay, she will contact you at the jail. But right now we have to go on to the other cases. Thank you. All right. Who else? Well, I guess we'll go down the calendar because I understand that we've already addressed ACDC's 2 cases. Ernest Coer, could never pronounce this word. COER.
Your Honor, I believe that's going to be a medical reset till Monday.
Okay. And that would be January 26th? No, is it 20?
Yes, that would be the
Okay.
case.
At 2 p.m. Position 2 was a 2,500 surety bond reset to February 5th. Position 3 is a 4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Position 4 is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Position 5, Howard's a $550 cash bond reset to February 5th. 6, Johnson is a $10,000 surety bond reset to February 5th. 7, Low is a $105 cash bond reset to February 5th. 8, Marrow is a $3,285 surety bond reset February 5th. 9, Kamari, Wenquest, James, Marshall.
That is
That's
the one.
pretty, go ahead.
That's the one I haven't spoken to. I heard he was in Union City, but I called down there several times and
I just noticed he's got an Alpharetta hold. Deputy in courtroom 2, do you have any updates on Kamari Marshall, position 9?
Give us a second, Judge. We're about to call over to Union City.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's hold on that. All right, and then position 10, Akeem McDowell.
That was a waiver. We do need to address bond.
All right, and Mr. McDowell was charged with theft by receiving stolen property and theft by deception. Case 26 CR 505A. Incident date is December 26, 2025 and December 27th, 2025 for count 2. His presence has been waived. Mr. Howard, do you have any priors?
36. On probation, Douglas County for shoplifting. Cobb County Fire Council shoplifting. Paulding County shoplifting. Fulton County theft by taking. It's 24 SC 003201. Open
That's
case.
it. Oh, go ahead. Open case?
Yeah,
Open.
open case out of Fulton for shoplifting. It's 25 PI 004906.
Yeah, I saw that one. 906.
Did you
Okay.
see the other one?
No, I think I saw that open PI case and then I moved on to the next one. Okay. Mr. Grogan, what's your recommendation for Mr. McDowell?
Our recommendation was a $6,000 surety bond for him to have no contact with the victim in this case, Miss Mariah Dorsey,
Mhm.
um, to, I guess that would be it.
Okay. Was it Miss Melnick? I think it was Miss
It's
Cook, right?
yes, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
Okay.
Mr. McDowell is 32 years old. He's been in Georgia all his life, obtained a GED. He did give me express permission to waive his presence today. He says he works for a temp service, does have a history of MH, but not currently on his medicine. We are going to have a social worker to visit him. We are asking the court, I believe he has a no bond on a pending felony case. So we're just asking the court to give a low surety bond in this
Alright.
matter.
It's going to be $1,500 on each count. This is a $3,000 surety bond. No further contact with Mariah Dorsey, and further notice to February 5th. No illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Moving on, position 11 Mott was a $2,000 surety bond reset to February 5th. 12 Richards is a 2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 13 Roberts is a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Michael Ruiz is going to be a 5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 3. Position 15 Ashley White is a medical reset, I believe. So that's going to be addressed on January 26 at 2 p.m. Position 16, Gregory White is a $50 cash bond. Further notice to February 5th. Position 17, Anthony Williams, and that's going to be a $4,000 surety bond. Further notice to February 5th. And position 18, Miss Winfrey, is a 6,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. And case is still further notice to February 5th because of her bond surrender in 25 CR 004141C.
Judge, what did you say about position 15, Miss Ashley White?
Oh, that's a medical reset to Monday, January 26th. She was at ACDC.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Any
And I'm sorry, Judge, I didn't get what we were doing with Ernest Coer, Coer. I believe he's position 2.
one? Yeah, that's a
One.
medical reset also to
Okay.
Monday, January 26th.
Okay.
We were just trying to find out about someone in Union City, Kamari Marshall.
We're still standing by on that one, Judge.
Okay. All right, folks, we'll just be in a brief recess while we wait on that. Thank you. Mr. Jordan, we are essentially completed with first appearance. You can